Yep, that is green painter's tape holding my knee braces together. And truth be told, it actually holds pretty well, but yeah. Once the tape goes, the parts fall off. It was time. It was time for some new braces. What's up everybody, Mitch here with Fit for Moto. Thanks for checking out yet another video on my Fit for Moto YouTube channel. In today's video, you have guessed it, we are talking knee braces and specifically the Mobius X8 knee brace. At $800 a pair, hefty price tag, I'm gonna give you some pros, some cons, give you my thoughts on if these things are actually worth getting. I'm not sponsored by them, they haven't paid me or anything. I'm going to give you real feedback from a pro rider on my thoughts on the Mobius X8 knee braces, because it was time to get rid of these ones. Okay, so let's just jump right into it, fresh out of the box. I haven't even worn these yet. Let's talk about some of the reasons why I got them. Well, there are some things that definitely seemed a little more attractive to me than some of the other brands that you might get. One of those things being this cross pattern back on the knee brace. Now, this really attracted me because a lot of the problems that I've had with previous knee braces that I've had is they slide up and down my legs a lot. My legs are a little bigger than most. I have big calves, I have big thighs. So I had a problem with the knee braces actually staying in place. So one of the things that drew me to the X8 was the fact that it had this adjustable strap that you can tighten down to the back of your leg and it helps keep the knee brace in place. We're gonna see how that actually works out. I am gonna throw the GoPro on, get on my bike, do some laps today and give you some honest feedback on if this is comfortable, if it helps to keep it in place, all that kind of stuff. So the next thing that I really liked was the size of the straps on these, not just the overall thickness of them, but also that they had these super comfy little foam pads that can go on the back. These really big, wide straps, because again, one of the other problems that I had on these old EVS knee braces were their straps were really, really thin compared to these. Now, that you might be wondering, well, why is that such a big problem? Garbage, you know. The thing is that those straps, they can bunch up a little bit and they start to cut into the back of your leg a little bit. Not a lot, but just, it's all about comfort with these types of things too, on top of safety, obviously. Next thing that I really liked about them is the full coverage on your knee. Just the other day I was riding and I took a giant rock off the front of my knee. I couldn't feel it, it didn't affect me at all, but it walloped the front of my knee with this big rock from a guy that was in front of me. It just really highlighted to me the importance of having full coverage, and that is one of the things that I like about this Mobius knee braces. Comparatively, if you look at these, this is the Liat knee brace, or one of their knee braces. I like how slim the knee brace looks, but contrasting to the Mobius brace, one of the issues with this that I see is that because you wear a sleeve with a little kneecap protector on there, man, I just see a big rock like what hit me yesterday or the other day or whatever. I see a big rock like that coming, hitting your knee and not quite having the protection that you need, protect your kneecap from just getting smashed by rocks. If you're riding in the track, if you're riding on the trails, doing some off-road stuff, as I've learned recently, your knees are gonna hit stuff all the time. So I really like having this full protection on the Mobius X8 knee brace. Wire system on the back, it comes with different thickness pads, so built for comfort on the back of your leg. It does come with some uber wide pads for the Velcro straps. And then like a lot of knee braces, it does come with stop adjustability. So this front piece here on the cap, when the knee brace goes to full extension, you can have it set so it's not quite as far. So your leg can't extend quite as far. It's kind of a hyperextension safety. So you can pop this off, you can add some adjustability into that as well. What were some of my hesitations while buying a pair of these bad boys? Well, right off the hop, at nearly $800 a pair, that's pretty steep. Now it's not as steep as getting a custom set of knee braces made, for sure. But there are some cheaper options. Again, Liat offers some other options that have a lower price tag on them. They seem pretty low profile, but again, once I get the gear on, I get on the bike, we'll see how that actually feels. Another con, as much as I said it's a pro, it might be this webbing on the back. And this, honestly, I hesitated for about 6 months before I pulled the trigger on some of these because of this wired system on the back. I really like the idea, but one of my concerns was if it goes down a little bit and sits into kind of the crook of your knee, and every time your knee gets bent and this starts to bend, it gets kind of crunched up in there and it might get super uncomfortable. So I don't know if it's a pro or a con yet. I really like the idea behind it. Now I have a size large here and they fit fairly snugly around my knee. Now with any knee brace, if they do not fit properly, they will not do their job. They will not protect your knee like you think they're going to. At that point, they're really just more of like a shin guard thing. They have to fit snugly around your knee, hence getting custom knee braces, which are thousands and thousands of dollars. If we're talking about cons, I don't see any bits in here that allow you to either take away or build up the interior on it where it squeezes on your knee. Do you know what I mean? Like little chunks of padding that you can add there to give a little bit more squeeze or to open it up just a little bit on your knee. I don't see any of that with this set. It didn't seem to come with any. So with all that being said, let's do it. Let's head to the track and let's try these things out. I'm gonna throw the GoPro on the helmet and we'll get out and give these things a go. See how they fit. They feel really comfortable, honestly. Shockingly comfortable. And maybe I was just using super ghetto ones and I should expect this, but they feel really good. So it'll be interesting to see how these things play out while we're out there. So here we are, got them on. They feel pretty good initially. They've pretty low profile. I can squeeze the bike pretty good and there's not pinch points kind of between my thigh and like the shrouds or the gas tank, which I find sometimes happens. So they feel pretty good. Standing up, I'm able to squeeze the bike well, which is nice. They feel comfortable. They're not too heavy. I would say they're probably equal weight to most, unless you have like carbon fiber or something like that, you know, which might be a little different in terms of weight, but they feel pretty good for not being custom knee braces. So far they actually do feel pretty good. So I'm just gonna cruise around now and see what I think. We got good mobility. I don't feel hung up. They're not rubbing where they should be. No hot spots sort of thing yet. They feel comfortable, like I've got good support. Yeah, they feel pretty good. Standing up 2 corners like that. Feel good. I gotta say, first impression, I'm pretty impressed, really. Good purchase so far. Here, put some time on them, and we'll see if I develop any hot spots. See if they start rubbing where they shouldn't, if I'm out doing a good moto. All right, so we just finished a 35-minute moto in the new Mobius X8 knee braces. As you can tell, I'm a little hard on my gear. I blew the knees out in these pants in that moto. Nothing a little stitching won't fix. But the main point is, how did the X8 knee braces feel? They actually felt really good. Didn't hurt my knees at all. I didn't feel uncomfortable in them whatsoever. During that whole moto, I didn't feel any pinching or anything weird going on. The only thing I felt is a little bit of a hot spot down low in the knee brace, kind of behind my boot, but that could just be that I have my boot on too tight. It could be that there's a bunch of clothing that's bunched up, kind of pushing it there somehow. I'm not gonna blame the knee brace on that just yet. So yeah, man, full-blown moto, and no real complaints about these knee braces. They felt great the entire time. I gotta say, I'm really happy with them. And really importantly, they didn't slide up or down at all. Like my other EVS knee braces I had, they did slide and move around a lot. Whereas these ones, they felt like they've stayed in the same spot, and that's probably because of this like ratchet thing on the back. So I do think that that's still a pro. And on that too, that the X part with the cables on the back, it didn't bunch up on me whatsoever. It was super comfortable, stayed in that right spot on the back of my hamstring the whole time, the whole ride. So far so good with the Mobius X8s. It's time to load up and get out of here. Well, there you have it, the Mobius X8 knee braces. Some pros, some cons. I gave you my honest feedback on them. Definitely a step up from what I had, those old EVS ones. They were probably about 8 years old or so, and they don't owe me anything. I put tons and tons and tons of hours on them, so they did their job, but it was time for an upgrade. It'll be interesting to see, you know, once I get 50, 100 hours into these things, how well they wear, but for the time being, I like them. I'm not gonna say whether or not you should pick them up. That's a totally personal choice to you, hence why I'm giving you the pros and cons, things for you to weigh if they're within your budget. Maybe you can afford some custom ones. Maybe you can't quite afford these ones and you're looking at something at a lower level. That's fine too. Just get whatever was within your budget, which you find comfortable, and get some sort of protection in there. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Mobius X8 knee braces. Hope you like it. Make sure you smash subscribe for me. Make sure you head over to the website, check out all that kind of stuff. Make sure you check out the podcast that we have, Fit from Moto podcast. That's right, we're doing the pod now. So make sure you check that out. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you watching the videos. And yeah, man, we're gonna get a ride and I'll see you in the next one.